Welcome to this week's Torah lesson. This week we are celebrating Rosh Hashana, and the question of the week is, how can we connect to God on Rosh Hashana? So we know that we are celebrating now Rosh Hashana and Yom Kippur. Rosh Hashana is more about crowning the king, and Yom Kippur is more atonement for our sins. But we also know there's a famous parable of Baal Shem Tov about Rosh Hashana, about a king that wanted to see how loyal and dedicated his son would be to the king. So he sent him away off to a faraway land, and hoping he would remain loyal to the king and his upbringing and his education and his values. He went away, and with time, unfortunately, he drifted away and he forgot about the king and his upbringing. He changed his garments, his clothing, his whole lifestyle, etc. One day, he drifts his way back to the palace of the king, but when he came back, he didn't look like the king's son. Totally not. So when they saw him, they didn't know who the stranger wants to come in. He says he's the son of the king. Doesn't look like the son of a king at all. Not in his garments, not in his speech, and not in his behavior. And they wouldn't let him in. And he was very frustrated. Whatever he would tell them, he wouldn't be able to get past the guards. So he gave a cry out, "Father!" And the king from inside recognized his son's voice. Came running out, and sure enough, he saw it was his son. He hugged him, he grabbed him, and he brought him inside to the palace. So the question is asked, if Rosh Hashana is about crowning the king, why are we bring? It's a beautiful story, but why are we bringing a story about the king's son ran away, forgot the king, and forgot the language, behaved differently? We should bring something more positive about crowning a king. So the Rebbe explains, because Rosh Hashana really is not about connecting to God intellectually, emotionally. It's really about opening up our Etzem HaNeshama, our essential soul with God's Etzem HaNeshama, and creating that beautiful connection. So the purpose of the story is to teach us that really our connection to God, and specifically on Rosh Hashana, is not about what we know, what we've done, what we didn't do. It's really about coming to God as a child comes to a parent with no agenda, no ulterior motives, and just connecting just because we are his children and he is our parents. How do we connect to God on Rosh Hashana? By opening up our neshama to God and wanting to be with our Father in heaven. This week's Torah lesson is in memory of Baruch ben Aryeh Leib and Shlomo ben Yosef. May their souls be elevated by the Torah we're studying in their memory. Thank you so much for joining us for this week's Torah lesson. For more information, please see our website.